You know that feature on WhatsApp that's designed to help you find your friends? Well, it turns out that very same feature might have been the thing that exposed the personal data of 3.5 billion users. Today, we're going to break down exactly how this massive data scrape happened, and more importantly, what it all means for you.
Let's just let that number sink in for a minute. 3.5 billion. It's an absolutely staggering number, and it's right at the heart of this entire story. So what exactly does it represent?
That's right. Security researchers have revealed that phone numbers linked to 3.5 billion active WhatsApp accounts were collected in this huge data scraping event. The scale here is just almost unprecedented.
So how did this all come out? Well, these findings come from a brand new study, all thanks to a group of researchers who basically decided to test the limits of WhatsApp's privacy controls. And believe me, these researchers from the University of Vienna found a lot more than just phone numbers. They were able to scrape public profile photos from 57% of these accounts globally, plus about texts, details about companion devices, and even information from business accounts.
So this leads us to the big question, right? How is this even possible? Now, this wasn't some sophisticated hack that broke through encryption. Nope. Instead, the researchers used a publicly available feature against itself.
The vulnerability is actually hidden inside WhatsApp's Contact Discovery feature. You know, it's that handy tool that scans your phone's address book and automatically shows you which of your friends are on the platform. It's all about convenience.
But here's how that convenience was abused. The researchers automated those contact discovery requests through WhatsApp's web interface, and they quickly discovered they could send a virtually unlimited number of these requests without ever being blocked. This basically allowed them to systematically check billions of phone numbers and just harvest all the public data associated with them.
So here's the crucial point. The study notes that WhatsApp was missing a key defense called rate limiting. This is a standard security measure that prevents this exact kind of abuse, and its absence is what allowed the researchers to collect so much data so incredibly quickly.
So what does this look like on a global scale? Well, while the scraping was worldwide, the impact definitely wasn't spread out evenly. Some countries were hit way harder than others.
Just take a look at this number, 750 million. That's how many users were affected in India alone. The study actually identifies it as the highest count in the entire world.
And you can really see the difference here. In India, 62% of accounts had their public profile photos scraped. That's well above the global average. Brazil was right there with them, a very close second at 61%.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, but it's just my profile photo and my about text. What's the big deal? But this is where we really need to understand the real-world risk when even our seemingly public information gets collected on such a massive scale.
First things first, let's be super clear about something. This study does not suggest that WhatsApp's core security feature, its end-to-end encryption for all your messages and calls, was compromised. Your private conversations stayed private. The issue is with all the public-facing parts of your profile.
The danger is that even these basic details, your phone number, your face from a photo, your status text, they can all be combined to build these huge databases of personally identifiable information. And that can then be used for more targeted scams or other, malicious activities.
And this is all happening just as regulations are starting to catch up. I mean, this disclosure came just days after India put its new digital personal data protection rules into effect, which explicitly classify a user's phone number as personal data. So, under these new rules, this kind of thing is officially a data breach.
Okay, so what's being done about all this? And maybe more importantly, what can you do right now to protect yourself?
In response to the study, Meta, WhatsApp's parent company, said it's now deploying that rate limiting we talked about and using machine learning to block these scraper bots. But while they're working on their side of things, there are immediate actions you can take to lock down your account.
And it's incredibly simple. Seriously. Just open WhatsApp, go to Settings, and then tap on Privacy. From there, you can change who sees your profile photo and about info from everyone to just my contacts. That simple change prevents strangers who might get a hold of your number from seeing these details. Researchers are saying this is more important now than ever.
And that kind of brings us to our final thought here. This whole incident really forces us to ask a much bigger question. In a world where we're all constantly connected and our data is always being shared, is anything we put online, even the public parts, ever truly private?